It don't matter the color of the skin, either woman or man, just let the case land. It's here, it's in safe hands. This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many kids being found in these lakes, man. This is MTGV, and you with Miss V. She keep her ear to the street.
Welcome in, everybody.
This is the place that you wanna be, but all trolls we delete, you better believe. Just so you know we don't go for those.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. And shout out to all the sleuths on the replay. Drop down if you're in the chat, in the bushes, and let me know who's here. Shout out to Gina, the seasoned traveler. Thank you so much for dropping down, Gina. How you doing today?
True Crime TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Team ZIYAH, Miss V. And make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you leave a comment too. Yeah.
Please do, y'all. Please hit that like button on your way in. Our goal is to get 500 thumbs up. So please help us on a replay reach that goal. And also, if you're here right now, we counting on y'all first. Shout out to my BFF in the building. Shout out to Tisha Sanders. Or Sodders. Welcome in, y'all. Shout out to Shauna. Thank y'all for dropping down in the chat. So we're going to talk about Marquita today and her baby daddy, okay? Because the last time, I've been doing the exclusive playlist, and I got some information from Marquita's boyfriend, and we're going to go through some information. So after my conversation with him, I went ahead and looked on a couple channels, I went to the BabyDaddy's Facebook page and just confirmed some of the things that he was telling me. And so I got some information here. Let me pull this up. I ain't gonna waste no time. Y'all know I don't like to waste too much time getting started. I don't want to waste y'all time. Miss V and chat, I love it here. And we love you here, Shauna. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate you. Gina says she's good. That's what's up. Happy Monday, y'all. These weeks be flying. And so one of the things that I had questioned, who is her child's father? And then I'm hearing that this guy was a security guard at the school that she went to. Okay, so that means that this is an older guy. She was underage dealing with him. From what I collected in my research, it shows that she had her kid in 2012. We had already been through her channel. We've been on Facebook and seen that her and Shannon graduated in 2011. That's the picture that I showed that had Roxy in it. It had a baby ZIYAH in it. And it was a picture of either Shannon or Marquita standing with her. It looked like they was having like a yard party for their graduation. And then in 2012, she had a child. So that would mean that she would have had to been dealing with this man while she was in school underage. You see what I'm saying? In order to, that's pretty much how that math is mathing. Now, according to the thumbnail,
I'm with my Native American homeboy and his uncle.
Okay, so that is a video that I snapped from the baby daddy, right? And it is true that he has custody of his son, but I like to see, I show receipts over here, so I don't like to just say something. I like to show y'all that is proven. According to what he posted on his Facebook page. I don't know how old this guy is, but he definitely looked older than she is. I'm looking for a particular picture though, and I guess I must have didn't put a still shot in, so I'll let him talk. But let me know if y'all think he look older. But some of the other pictures, some of the videos and different things, he don't look as old. But this is his profile picture. So I would think that you would use your current profile, current look for your well, you can't think for people, but just check this out.
I'm with my Native American homeboy and his uncle last night. His uncle, the chief of the tribe. So he asked him, he say, "Unc, how you come up with these boys' names?" Unc said, "Well, if I see an eagle flying over, I call him Eagle Flying Over. If I see rain in the clouds, his name is Rain in the Cloud. So tell me, two dogs fucking, why do you want to know?" I'm with my Native American homeboy and his uncle.
Called me crazy, but I did not get the joke, but he thought it was freaking hilarious. And so from what I'm hearing, he looked older than Jarvis. Okay. So from what I'm hearing, this guy worked at her school. Right? If you had a kid the very next year, that means you was pregnant the year before, right? I mean, unless she got pregnant. Anyway, I don't know, but I believe that she was fresh out of high school. She actually admitted to being fresh out of high school, but she would have had to been dealing with him prior to that. You kind of, usually when you talking to somebody is usually a time frame that you talk to a person. But then again, I forgot, I did hear that their first date was at the traffic inn or whatever. So everybody don't wait. But I mean, she was much younger. She was a teenager. He was a grown-ass man. And if he worked at her school, that was completely inappropriate. Now, I don't have proof that he worked at the school. I don't know. I don't think I haven't heard it out of her mouth or anything. And I didn't get a chance to watch the video that she actually did. So I don't know if she said out of her mouth that this guy worked at the school, because if he did, he never should have been dealing with any of the kids in the school. Okay, so I don't know that part, but I do know that this is her child's father. I do know that he older than her, because we can just look at that and tell. And this is the note that he had posted, pretty much saying, "Oh, that's the profile picture. That's what I was just looking for." So when this is the note that he had posted, confirming that he got a son. I'm gonna go through some other stuff, why this stuff is going around, because it's. Let me move my banners right quick, just so y'all, not that one, just so y'all be able to see everything that I'm showing here. And then I noticed when I was over on Marquita's channel page that she actually, I remember saying that Shannon, she posted about the refrigerator. She pinned it to the channel, her page on Facebook. Like, well, for anybody that was wondering, it's okay to have chains on the refrigerator. And I thought, well, damn, your niece is missing, and you posted and you pinned something about a refrigerator defending your mother, but not pinning that your niece was missing. And I just thought, wow, that was really strange, right? That was like, I don't give a damn about her being missing, but I need to defend this refrigerator because y'all clowning on my mother. And so that was crazy to me. But Marquita actually have that pinned to her Facebook page. But it seemed to have been a lie with the timing of when she posted it, saying that ZIYAH was spotted on January 26, 2024. We know ZIYAH went missing January 9th and was never seen again. And so I don't know where she got that information from, saying that they were found. I mean, she was seen on Mac and East Warren at a gas station and liquor store, and I pointed out that she was actually found. King said they picked her up from a liquor store, which we don't know if that was true. And then we do know that she was at the gas station attached to the the gas station attached to the shop. So in a roundabout way, that was true. But so did they communicate with each other to come up with that, or did she just, how did that kind of relate to what they were saying? Anyway, it's a lot. Let me see what y'all saying. And why both shouldn't have probably where she at, because that looks like an Oregon refrigerator. Yeah, I remember people saying that. I know Dre said that it was a deep freezer. that stood straight up. It looked enormous. It looked like it could be a laboratory freezer, but I'm not sure. I know it was ginormous and it was just full of blocked ice, and the food was trapped in the ice, like literally hadn't been defrosted probably since she bought it. Oh, okay, so let me go to this stuff because I definitely can't see it as fast as it's moving. But this is the post that people were talking about, that he said that he got his son, and it was no more video calls that they had to do because he got him right there with him pretty much. As soon as I find. So what started this whole post thing that him and Marquita had going is because on March 24th, 2024, she posted. Let me see if I got that one going across. I don't think that's the one. Let me show the other. Well, let me show something about him. So it looks like this guy, he do some type of designing on clothing. He get around people and have them had them take pictures in it. So he pretty much paint the clothes. I haven't seen him making the clothes, but he actually put color to the fabric or whatnot. Let me see. Just a few pictures to show y'all. You know, he definitely looked older than Marquita. If he was a school security guard, I don't know. Somebody let me know if y'all know this guy. If y'all knew that he worked as... See, he looked younger on these pictures to me compared to his profile picture. Even though he got gray hair, he looked older on the profile picture. So I don't know how old he is. This part right here, when she said this is the biggest deadbeat award goes to DeWine Foster. You have earned this award. Silence here comes. Wait. Hold on. So the biggest deadbeat award goes to DeWine Foster. You have earned this award. Silence here comes the deadbeat to accept his award. Oh, silence. Here comes the deadbeat to accept his award. And of course, people lit her up like a Christmas tree on Christmas Day. Okay. They definitely did in the chat. But then he ended up responding too. And he pretty much said that nothing but negativity comes from her. Let me go. He said, it's all negative vibes with you, baby. I hope and pray you heal. If a man is incarcerated against his will, without access to his phone book or cell phone, how is that man supposed to keep in touch with anyone besides who he has been contacting? Like I said, you can continue to be negative and call me names that God doesn't see me as. I just pray you heal. All of this because I asked you to have my son call me. Now you want some attention and going about it in the wrong way. Okay. And then he said, I talked with my son yesterday and he's fine. Happy, blessed, and covered. So that was, 50 months ago, 50 weeks ago is when he made that post. Let's see. According to the screenshots that I have, Marquita posted it May 24th, 2024. Then 50 weeks, he posted that. And then 37 weeks, he said, I talked to my son yesterday and he's fine. He also said, I live in Vegas, so I haven't been following the news. He was responding to somebody in a chat. And then he posted an update and said, update, I currently have sole custody of my son. God is great. He's currently still in Detroit, spending time with his little sister. Okay, so there that is. That confirms what Dre said, Marquita's boyfriend. He said that both of the kids was with the daughter's dad. But then I was hearing that he was with this dad. So I was trying to figure out what was true. Okay. So he's currently still in Detroit, spending time with his little sister and family before I return to Detroit to relocate him to Las Vegas with me. Thank you to all the prayer warriors. And he put warriors, but prayer warriors who hasn't stopped since they started. 100. Thank you to everyone who reached out to me concerning the situation. Thank you for the kind words of encouragement while I was going through an attack of my own. Also, if you want to help out in any kind of way, I can let you know exactly what is needed besides money. Thank 100. Thank y'all and have a blessed day. Keep us in your prayers. Spread hashtag spread love every day. Is what he's saying, and all of that should be rotating right here. And then it was stuff said in between all of that, and he actually shared a picture of the son. He said, "This is mine." He with hearts. He said, basically proving that he had talked to him. Hold on. So this is him out on the scene. So I mean, this is where the son is gonna be at with his father now. A whole different place. Again, I don't know how old he is on there. Definitely look younger. I mean older. And this is the stuff that he's painting fabrics, but it don't look like he made it, but he had a few people modeling it. I guess that's how he make his money. I don't know. He's trying to do something. Let me see. See what y'all saying. Thank you for protecting that baby. You good, she said. Y'all please get the thumbs up. Double tap the screen, the thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, BFF. Oh shoot, I'm over here. Z, and that in itself is just crazy. I don't understand that you lock the food up from the kids, but then you waste food. Makes no sense at all. I mean, because it's molded. Like he had told me about a time when Marquita was eating a bagel that was molded from the mother's house. She just hold on to stuff a long time, lock everything up, and they gotta pretty much ask for what they want, which is crazy to me. But let me play this right quick.
Next door to where Devin be at.
Oh no, that ain't what I'm
talking about. Speaking of that, I almost forgot about that. So the first house before they moved.
Let me show y'all something right quick about I'm gonna play something from my playlist. Hold on.
Are you a true crime sleuth looking to binge watch great content? Come on into my channel where I have a variety of videos, shorts, live streams, podcasts, playlists, members only videos, and also we have Posts. Posts is a place where I share upcoming live streams, videos, calls to action, polls, quizzes, pictures, and ongoing conversations. Stand out and become a member with badges and special members emojis. Thank you for your like and subscription. Are you a true crime sleuth looking?
Okay, so right here, I got the playlist put up. I want to show y'all how to navigate through this playlist right quick. So once you go to the playlist tab and you click on the playlist, it's arranged a little bit different. It's at the bottom when you're on a computer or a phone, but it literally has every video in it in the playlist, and you never have to come out of it. As a matter of fact, once you click into the playlist, it'll just go in order and just play every video without you doing anything. So whichever one you click on to start on is going to take you to the next one. So I want to go to 13, where we talked about the security guard, a little bit about this.
What school was Marquita going to that she got pregnant from? Don't tell me that school. Because that's important.
She never told me any type of information.
That's important.
Pregnancy and school. She got nothing.
It's something with that school. I'm telling you now, I always thought that, and now I can't think nothing else. If she got pregnant by somebody out of school, and I mean, because they all acted like they didn't know nothing. All of them. The lunch lady, the teacher, they never questioned the teacher that taught her that day.
And you said you met with Miss Annette Harris on the 10th?
Yes.
And that's of January 2021.
January. Yes.
That was early in the morning?
Around between 11 and 12.
So school was in session at that time?
Yes.
Did you speak with the teacher who was in ZIYAH's classroom on the 9th of January?
No.
Did you speak with any of ZIYAH's known friends?
Like in the investigation, yes.
You did?
The guy that they gave the case to, he never questioned the teacher. He didn't write nothing down.
Who did you speak to?
I can't recall that.
Did you write them in a report?
No, not a missing report.
Okay, so you spoke with folks, but you didn't record their names?
I recorded it probably on my run sheet, but not inside the missing report.
And you didn't take statements from anybody?
Not at the time.
Ever?
No.
Okay.
Only other chance I talked to the guardian, which is the grandmother, and a couple of students. Yes.
Okay. Do you know how many?
A couple, two.
Two. Okay. And you said you canvassed the area?
Yes.
What area did you canvass?
The 3 mile area. We were all around there, checking dallies, knocking on doors, see if we can get some video, doorbell, camera footage. We didn't find anything.
In her classroom, does she have a locker or a cubby or anything where she stores items?
I can't answer that question.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Fair to say then that you didn't check.
I may have, but I can't recall right now because it's been such a long time.
Is there a report that documents whether you did or not?
No. I went back to the station, advised the lieutenant of what we came up with.
Which was what?
Which was, I talked to the parent,
Nothing.
talked to a couple of students. We didn't find anything from doing our search of the area.
So did you do anything else in regards to investigating?
No, I did not, because I was getting ready to retire, so I was done.
And how long did you stay involved in the investigation?
That day.
Okay.
If someone else's investigation would have took over, besides me, because once again I was leaving. But I gave all the information that I had along with my run sheet.
Baby, he was already gone. He was not leaving. So we see the type of characters that hang around at that school. So I don't know what school she was going to. I mean, that was a high school though, because she was that was her last year or whatever. She had graduated 2011, had the kid 2012. So what high school did she go to? I do believe ZIYAH school only went up to the 8th grade. So she wouldn't have went to that school. Let me know if anybody know. I'm sure I could find out though.
As well. So.
And are you aware of what happened after that?
No.
Okay.
Because it makes me think like that police officer, the police officer that went to the court, barely did anything that he's supposed to do. He just gives me the vibes of knows that very well from the school type of thing.
The guy that was retiring?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Now, speaking about Annette, and I did a little browsing her way too, and I ran across some pictures where she giving her own self compliments. I mean, anytime I run across somebody that's so vain that they compliment themselves, they definitely won't get a compliment from me. And I probably won't even like the dang on thing because I don't like when people compliment themselves. That's just vain and it's ugly, really. But I ran across a couple of them where she was doing that, and so even some of them where Shannon and Marquita was saying my beautiful mother, my sexy mother, and all of this because that's what how she defined herself basically. She ain't need nobody to compliment her, baby. She already knew. I might even seen. Let me go to that while I'm talking about it right quick, because I might have even seen a couple where somebody asked her where was her nails at, where the nails at, and she said that she ain't. She's like that ain't. I hadn't got my nails done yet at the time that I took the picture. Now you know better than that. You already knew. Basically, I was coming with the nails. So she one of those people that she thought she was the ish. And you definitely wasn't gonna tell her no different. Oh shoot, no wonder it's coming up crazy. I'm going back and forth. Let's see. Styling and profiling with my good looking son. Yeah, that's what I gotta put some of these in here. That's what I gotta do. I ran out. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was supposed to do that. I even ran across a picture of Kiwana and Lady together as kids. Now, here's something that I ran across. I know I was supposed to be looking for a net, but I actually ran across a text message that Marquita sent to her son's grandmother. I didn't read it, so let's read that right quick. I don't know what year she sent this message, but it said, and I mean, she had to post it. She posted it. She screenshotted from her text messages and posted it. And it says, "You act like you can't call back. You grandson. He called you 2 times on Christmas that you forward his calls. It's a shame that my son wants a relationship with this selfish fuck ass family. How hard is it to call back and send a message? Nobody but that damn busy. Ain't nobody that damn busy not to pick up the phone and have a few minutes phone call. I see why the apple don't fall too far from the tree. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you called your other grandkids and your children and wished them a Merry Christmas. But this grandchild, you don't but this grandchild you don't know get treated like ish. Not just from you, but from his trifling ass daddy. People make time for who they make time for. Christmas was the last time you get a call from him. How you tell him you want to get to know him and have a relationship with him? It's been over 6 months, going into a new year, and he hasn't met you or any of the family besides a few we do know from church. Whoa! Here we go. Wait a minute now. Wait a damn minute. We talking about the same church because this church goes all the way back. I seen some messages that went back like 12 or 13 years, like Annette saying posting stuff and the pastor saying he loved her and stuff like that and telling her she beautiful. Shout out to T Beezy. Shout out to my sniper in the building. Yeah, y'all please smack that like button and also the reactions. Whoa. Okay, so we got another one. I think everybody has been met through that church, man. I really do. You know something that I thought about? I happened to catch a part when Miss Parker, she interviewed the Kenneth guy. And I caught a part when he was saying he laughed so hard. He was cracking up to the point that she asked him, what's so funny? You know, people gonna ask you this, that part, right? He said that it was funny. Like, he was like, oh, that was funny too. Like when Vari had his first experience. It's like they were there when it happened. The way that he told that story was like they match people together to have babies. I'm serious. Because why was you laughing about that? Why did you say it like that? Why did you know about his first experience? I remember Shannon saying that he got caught on his first try, and I thought that was strange. And then it was another thing, and I just had it. It was another thing that was said that made me think that God is gonna come back to me. Dang it, I hate when that happens, but it's something about that church. Oh, no, it wasn't about the church. It was about Jarvis. Remember when he said to Tashiana, because he calls her Ta, when he told her, you a newcomer? You the only dumb bee? Basically, when he said newcomer, that's a different word to use. A newcomer means that she might have been a new person of the church coming into this organization, right? He definitely damn said that, man. He told her, you the only dumb bitch. You something like that. You the newcomer. Like, it's like you don't know what it is. As a matter of fact, he said everybody know what it is with Shannon. You the only dumb bitch, because you the newcomer or something to that effect. I don't now I want to play the dang on video. But all of those things are going through my head. And that's pretty much how information happened, because I can remember what I hear. And then it just comes together at strange times. Well, at times when it needs to. For her to say, look, I read this whole thing and got to the last few words, and they said church. She said church. How you tell him you want to get to know him? Why don't she already know him? Are they meeting these people and matching them up in church? I already said it. But this right here is more proof. What I'm looking at. And everything is alleged, okay? Everything is alleged. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Okay? And anything that I'm showing on this platform is already public knowledge. Already publicly released. The pictures and things that I'm showing is already on social media. It's already on the internet. So 6 months, it's been over 6 months going into a new year. Now, what I don't know is when did she actually post this? I mean, when did she actually, when did this actually happen? Because I found, December 28th, 2022. Damn, what? She didn't know him and this 22? Okay. Excuse me. It is proof that he been communicating with his dad. Now, when I was reading his dad's post, he said something about being incarcerated and all this. So what was he in jail for? Listening at his dad, the baby daddy, he puts me in the mind of Jarvis, the way that he talks. He sounds kind of like a pimp to me. And I'm gonna let y'all hear what I'm talking about. Okay, but anyway, that wow. 6 months going to a new year and he hasn't met you or any of your family besides a few we do know from church. All y'all are pathetic. I think that I really think Anyway, okay, so the caption to this that I just read, and I'm gonna put it in here so y'all can see it. But the caption says, so it take for me to send a message to you trifling to well, this I'm gonna read it like it say. So it took me to send a message to you trifling ass mother to get your trifling ass attention. Glad I got it. Don't come calling now. See you in court, fool. And for you to say something about child support, you don't pay, which is $60 to $70 a month. Boy, stop. This bum talking about he been going through ish in Vegas. Boy, bye. KMA and my son. Good on y'all. Wow. And now he got full custody. So he got sole custody of his son, and don't sound like he's been around them, but attempting to talk to him. Now I don't know how. I pray for her son. That's all I can say. I pray for his son, her son. Let me let this play so I could put some stuff in here. Let me see what y'all saying. Thank you, TBZ, for dropping them good members emojis. Y'all please smack that thumbs up if y'all haven't. That looks like something you can get from the dollar store and paint. Yes, yeah, because I mean, I'm not seeing that he made it or nothing. But as a matter of fact, that's what I was going to do. Put in a picture of this guy that's posing in a jacket. So it seemed like he got the gift of gab. You know, he one of them type of Ingas. Thank you for protecting that baby. Hold on. She said, wait, she had a perfectly good childhood. Normal. That's not normal, baby. You know what? I have to listen to that. I still have to go listen. I listened to a little bit. So I have to go watch that on Shank's channel. The scariest thing to me about Jarvis is the thought of how many Pampers he's changed. You know what? I just thought about that, Shauna. I just thought about that. Like, yeah. You know, any guy sitting up watching a kid. I thought about that when I found out too that Kenneth and Florentino allegedly used to have Naziah and Vari over there for the weekend and all that stuff. Was she still in diapers? Or even at the age, I mean, you young, you're at the age you got to go to the bathroom, you need help wiping and all this kind of stuff. Like, come on. Come on. Okay, let me hit play.
I don't know. I'm not trying to speak crap out here, but that's just a little bit of a vibe I got out of that situation of, well, we worked at that school, you were getting years going into retirement anyway, and they did her a favor by not giving a fuck, because y'all, I had too many conversations. Go to the school just to check on the kids or talk or pick up the kids, right? You know, give off this very flirtatious vibe when they're coming in. So I can just imagine probably flirting with this police officer at one point.
You said who come off flirtatious?
Annette.
Oh, Annette. She comes off flirtatious?
She can be, you know, like how another woman can. Oh, I see if you watch somebody explained it a little bit in Miss Parker's video. How she was like certain or kind of had a crush on the pastor. That's kind of how she acted towards certain men that she's interested in. Like,
Now I did run across some screenshots about the pastor too. Let me go to that. I was just doing something else. But I'm trying to catch everything that I wanted to catch. I was supposed to be putting these pictures in there though, but hold on. Where did I see that at? Y'all, please smack the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I ran across, like, her and Kenneth have been down like 4 flat tires for a while, because I ran across a screenshot from Annette, and she tagged herself at Beauty Nails 2 back in November 15th of 2023. No. November 15th of 2013. And she put Evangelist Kenneth. One person liked it, one person shared it. And her birthday is November 15th, I do believe, on the yeah. And when I seen that her birthday was in November, I thought about King's birthday in November, Jarvis' birthday in November, and her birthday is in November. So if these dates are correct, Jarvis' birthday November 21st, I think King is November, I was about to say 15th. So is it? But yeah, all their birthdays in November. And then remember I said there was a pastor that she was calling daddy or whatnot. The picture that he commented, I actually showed a screenshot of that. But then I found the video that it came from, or the picture that it came from. It was a picture of Marquita's baby, her son. And when she first had him in 2012. And then the pastor, that's when he was like, I miss my twin girls. And people were saying, oh, the baby is cute. All that kind of stuff. Let me let this play because I can't find what I'm looking for. I will, though.
It's almost like she walked up on Jarvis on that video about his cousin family and stuff. It only came out that way because the kids out there, you got the twins out there, but she does give you the vibe of like, one of them older ladies that probably was so fast back in the day. I don't know.
I definitely see that. I've seen pictures. Now, I do want to ask you, because you said you started dating around 22. Do you remember what month? You got to know your anniversary.
Oh, man. You know what? I am.
Now, I was able to catch a part where they asked, Shank asked her, when did they start dating? And she said the end of, did she say the end of 2019? Yeah. Yep. I thought I'm gonna have to go listen to that. No, she might have said the end of 2021, but he said January, so that still goes together. So I do believe she said the end of 2021, and I know he said January. Let's see.
So terrible with these things. When it comes to birthdays.
Oh, so y'all don't like celebrate it every year?
I want to say it's like towards the end of the year.
So if you,
it's in between the end of the year or the beginning of the year.
Oh, he did say that.
I just can't really remember it for real, but I know it was in 2022.
Okay, so he did say it there, because I asked him the question a couple times. So he said there the end of 21, the beginning of 22. So that's what she said pretty much.
Just off the fact of I can go off of I was creating some shoes, and that was the first time I was painting around her, and she got to see like that I can like paint on shoes.
I ran across, now that's something that him and the baby daddy got in common. They both paint. Because, I mean, he paints shoes and the baby daddy paint jackets and You know, y'all seen what he was just painting. And then Jarvis paint too. Now this is what Annette posted on Christmas, December 25th, 2015. Wishing my apostle, Archbishop Herman Stacy, a wonderful and blessed happy birthday. Oh, his birthday on Christmas. And then he says, thank you and love you. And then he typed his name. For what? The name is at the top. I never understood why people type their name on Facebook. Like, hey, such and such, this is such and such. Don't you know your name is already right there? But anyway, then she said, I want to say thank you to my family and friends. Her birthday is November 6th. Maybe wait, this is posted on November 16th, 2015. She said, I want to thank you. I want to say thank you to my family and friends for wishing me a happy birthday by calling and sending text messages. I really appreciate all the love that you all are giving and showing. A special thank you, goes out to my apostle, Archbishop Herman Stacy. Thank you and love you. Why he get a special one? And then he says, thank you and love you. Then here she is. Me, of course, looking good as always. Looking like a turd with a wrap. I don't like when people do that. It's just so ugly. Just like she is on this picture. I'm about to show you. Okay, that was me. But anyway, that it is prompted by the fact that she is so vain. Like my mother taught me, cute ain't shit. Okay? Because when I was growing up, people would tell me that all the time, and she just wanted to make sure it never went to my head. And it didn't, because that always stuck with me. So when people say stuff like this, I think it's so ugly.
So, do you remember hearing any talk about CPS and interviewing Jarvis?
No, it's crazy because it's like I said, when I started hearing little things here and there on YouTube.
Wait, why I go down?
It went popping in my head like, oh shit, give me them little chills. Yeah, I have heard.
Shout out to Miss P too. How you doing?
When they was like getting into it on Facebook with one of the family members that pretty much blamed on CPS because every time they do something or CPS got involved, I noticed that they would get on Facebook and really like getting into it with somebody.
It was Kenya at the time because I got some screenshots. And another thing, did she
Why is
say
this
that
going
her son
in and
is
out
now
with
with
my
his father, or
business?
you heard that on somebody else's channel?
Who's on?
Yeah, Marquita. Do they call her Key?
They call it Key. Yeah, they call it Key. She's really be like low key with how she talk and what she do. But
so she ain't mentioned.
She ain't really mentioned nothing about that dad and if he got custody and if the son is going to Las Vegas. I really just got all of that off of some of the Facebook and YouTube.
Well, we just confirmed that.
Okay, because
it seemed more believable because it was him that wrote that. That's his picture. That's his name. That's his Facebook. Like whoever took the screenshot of what he said. That's him.
And I didn't see none of it. Like I didn't see that.
We see it now.
But I don't know who the guy is. But I just wonder because last time we talked, you said that the one father had both of the kids.
Let me know if
I
it's
was
going
wondering
in
if
and
she
out for
mentioned
y'all,
that
or is it
now
just
her
me?
son is somewhere else.
And now that I figured out through the Facebook thing,
If it's me, I'm gonna have to
that
get some new.
Marquita had
It's getting on my nerves.
the security guard. That's actually true, but she's claiming that she was out of high school or whatever.
Oh, what? That's
She was 18 or something. I don't know.
Oh, so you did talk to her about it?
Yeah, every so often I just ask questions.
So she admitted that she do have a kid by the security guard.
Yeah.
okay. Well, there it is.
Questions that the YouTube has brought out.
Okay, that's good to know. I like verifications.
Okay, so he was a security guard at the school, and that was totally out of line to be dealing with a kid at the high school. I'm trying to figure out why he didn't make it to jail. Nobody seems to make it to jail because it seems like it's planned. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what we looking at. That's what it looks like. Would y'all say? He still can go to jail for that. Because it ain't no statute of limitations on this because she was a kid. And her mama or whoever else arranged it. Like, this is crazy.
And I'm telling you, it is. The biggest part of it is Frank to me. Because Frank is the one with the money. He's the one that's able to move and shake and do and fix all of the stuff. There's a lot of weirdos involved. That church. Huh?
That was Tootie.
Yes. She
gave me a little.
And shout out to Toot. I definitely we definitely gonna go there.
She was with that the house right around the corner from them with that yellow and red fence.
Yeah.
Right where they drop off.
It's just crazy how you can go on Google Maps and see these dudes all over the place. All over the place. I can tell that's King just from here. And Jarvis, and he definitely looked way bigger. He looked thicker. And then we got the video that was Brittany Ann posted of somebody trying to burn down his shop at some point. So we got a good picture of Frank there. We got him on a witness stand and his background. Like, see, birds of a feather flock together. There's no way that King would have been okay with Jarvis knowing his background if he wasn't something similar. I'm just saying, because they both have gone to jail, or he didn't gone to jail. Yeah, they both done gone to jail in the middle of running these businesses and working together with Frank and all of this. It's just like they always have a place to come back to. The one guy that told me that he interviewed Frank or talked to Frank or whatever, he definitely don't know what his background is. All the stuff that he was saying. And allegedly had cameras. So what did they get from that? All criminals is what I'm looking at. That's what we are looking at. Miss V, you're doing such a good job. Thank you so much, Miss TT. I appreciate that. I always think about my niece when I even see your name, because we call her TT. Okay, let's go.
Like where they drop off for that bus.
Yeah.
It's just like, when she said that, I'm like, dang, that dude kind of made that. Like, who painted that scent that color?
Right.
Like, nobody.
Oh, and that's another thing. Like, it's some crazy stuff going on with the businesses. It's like they get repainted and different changes, color changes and stuff. Because also, I remember the guy that the same guy that I was talking about went and talked to Frank. He talked to Frank because Jarvis used to do his oil changes all the time. And I remember him saying that a lot of times that shop wasn't even operable. It's like they didn't even have supplies some of the time. It's like it's almost like it was a front. I mean, that's the better way to say it according to what he was saying. Like not having all the stuff you need. So what are you in this building for? What are you really doing in here? And then I remember him saying that they was painting it. So it sound like they painted it a different color after this happened. But I would need somebody from Detroit to just tell me that flat out. I know that Dre was even confused on which Frank's Auto, but he's not from that side of town. And I mean, I know it's a size of town that I don't go to over here. And if I ever go over there, it's like I'm in another city or something. So it's not strange to not go on a certain side of town. Nobody gives a dang, Gina said. It seems that way. It just seemed like everything is being funneled through that church. If we think about how, because when you think about Jarvis being, and he's in a halfway house, yet he's meeting people, right? So if they didn't meet him, like I said that they possibly met him, then possibly he was linked to that church because criminals find ways to they find their way to their criminals. People like them. They know how to find their own. So he's in a situation where he need help to where he probably would have reached out to a church. He could have got hooked up with that through prison, through word of mouth. I'm sure there's other people like him there that know connections. They could have, I mean, this seems to go way back. I mean, how do you find a group of people calling one man daddy? Like, what? Florentino call him dad. Kenneth call him dad. He got a man there talking about his son-in-law that looked like, if he is son-in-law, then he must have been married to his son, because he definitely was not. That's why I was like, is this a LGBTQ church? Because I promise you that video that I played before, but I think it was a different video, but the people, it was like two people sitting there, they totally looked like they was looked like they was witches. But yeah, so you in a situation where you need help. A lot of people, a lot of criminals go, like old pimps, they go from that to being a minister of some sort. Sometimes they start on the corners of the streets and they gain their way. They end up getting a church after a while. But I'm saying, like, it's a business. It's a business.
Go anywhere. Nobody really has this color check. And it makes me feel like when they trying to keep everybody like close in this area.
In that area, yeah. It's something about that area that he likes. And I believe that it's definitely possible. She even started getting chills after bringing that female on. Did you watch the female that was on? Okay.
Gina said they had to Google how to put in oil. Now that's a dang on shame. It sounds like that's all they was really doing was oil changes. Dude said, I've been going there to this guy for the past 4 years getting my oil change. But then he said sometime they wouldn't have stuff that they needed up there and all that. I do know that he looked up how to, well, allegedly he said, he did say that he looked up how to put in a water pump on a Jaguar. I hate to say this, but this case has so many layers and too many hands on the outcome we want is probably not going to happen. Man. Are you saying like might mess up the integrity of the case? Let me see. Oh, I got this picture in here. This is the baby daddy and him going around town, or he's with some guy that's posing in this dang jacket. Oh, let me move that. So that's what he do. And then I seen a picture of him between a white guy and a couple. They both, I guess, was wearing one of his jackets. So I don't know who made it, but he trying to make something out of nothing. I guess that's what he doing. And then this is a picture of Kiwana and Lady. Lady is the shorter one. And when I look at that picture, I think, what was this baby going through at that age? I also look at Kiwana and wonder the same thing, because I heard her say that she went through that also. Yeah. But they smile still, and this is, they grown. They're adults now. YouTube. It's an old picture that I found on social media. Okay, so I'm gonna move that, and I got a couple more. Let me let this play. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up.
No, you will remember, this girl was kidnapped by Jarvis 20 years ago. He kept her in his grandmother's house.
And they were saying that it might be the evangelist that was driving.
Yeah, but it wasn't the evangelist that was driving, because I listened to it again. Right. She said the person that was driving is wealthy. Yeah, it wasn't him.
Well, it could be in his van, but I don't know.
And the keys to his place. He would have had that. But what I didn't hear is if she said the person was black or white. I didn't hear her say.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so that would have helped. Because when she said rich, I'm like, it couldn't have been the evangelist, and that person would have been running their mouth, because the evangelist.
He described the van. Now, the only thing I could say is, she described the van because somebody showed the picture of the van to her, and she said that. I think that's what she said. Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, that she basically described the van on how it looked.
Yeah, she did. She said it was curtains and all that tan curtains in the back. Person driving.
And then brought that same picture up on Evangelist, and he said that was his van.
He did, yeah. And I heard them asking him what kind of van that he had, but I don't know. I wasn't looking at the screen.
So I wanted to show y'all how to operate my videos in the playlist. Even though I'm trying to do something else right now, but wait, I just didn't want to miss this. Okay. So you see how those videos pop up there, right? You can literally hit on these videos to take you to another video. If you click on my picture, you can subscribe to my channel from here, okay? If you click into this video, it'll take you to that video. Just in case anybody might not have known that. And let me see, do I want to click on something here? Hold on. Church and Lies. Let's do that. Wait, which one is that? Yeah, we can. See?
I want to know, was that church considered a LGBTQ church, or?
No.
No? Okay.
No. I'm not saying no. I'm saying I don't know.
Oh.
See, I already knew about the church. Not knew about the church, and when they bring it up, I knew that's where she went. Mm-hmm. And they help. From what I know, that because I thought it was kind of strange, even though I grew up in a church and you get that type of help sometimes when you might need some help with the bills, the pastor might help you, or you need some help trying to get a job, the pastor might help you or something, you know. Mm-hmm. So So I've never been to the church. I know she asked me a couple times, like, hey, my mama going to church, you want to go? I'm like, I'm good. It was always her mama is the reason why I want to go. And I ain't blaming the church because I don't know what church y'all go to. But once I heard that he was on the west side, I said, dang, you can go to church way over here. I said, but you don't even like driving to the west side.
Okay, so speaking of mommy dears here, here's a picture of her with her son. I think this might be the police son. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chris, I believe. Now, in her opinion, this is her good-looking son. I guess Florentino, her ugly son. I don't know. And the other couple, the other son. Okay, and then look, this is the post. Oh, shoot, I did not mean to post that one. But that's the post. This is the post that the father posted. No more communications like this. I have full custody, so my son, so happy birthday. May God continue to bless you with many more. And then he put that caption that I can't see right now. But this, and that son looked like him too. But this vain mother here, who toots her own damn horn and leave no room for someone else to compliment her. Yeah, that we were speaking on that. Yeah, was you talking about Jarvis, 20-year victim? No, not the 20-some year old one that is testifying against him, but one lady that interviewed and would toot and said that she was kidnapped by him 20 years ago. That's the one that I'm talking about. And as a matter of fact, I might have time to pull that up because let me do that because it only makes sense. Why we talking about it right now? Shout out to Toot Uncensored. I think is on that channel. I'm about to go look. And I will also put her channel link in the description box of my video. So anybody listening to this, you could find her video there. Let me go over there. Look, I done got I do want to do that because we got a few minutes. We got about 40 minutes left. But in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna let this keep playing though. But this is a whole playlist. If y'all have not checked out videos 1 through 19, please check out this playlist.
So that's a whole nother side of town.
And there's other things that she would have to come to the west side and do, but she doesn't do it because she would have like her daughter, or I even did a run one time. So I know one time I was over there before I leave. She was like, I need you to take these papers. I think they were papers for like her child care things or whatever she was doing with the kids or something. I don't know. Or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay. Kids, yeah, I got you. Being that I stay on the west side, but you don't want to drive way over there. Yeah, I dropped the papers off for you. But it makes me think, like, why was that? Why would church be the only reason?
We don't want to get to a point to where
that you're coming to the west side.
Well, I mean, I do know people be dedicated to their churches, especially if it's full of hell, and you are too.
I'm starting to feel like God was looking out for me.
Facts.
Like you always do. Because when I went, we got that weird feeling. And then like I told you last time, he was cussing. And it was only like 4 ladies in there. It was kids, but it was other people there too that I didn't even know because, they got other rooms.
Yeah.
And down the hallway and type stuff. But I know, so I was sitting there, and in my mind, I know I was telling Brittany, and like, shoot, I'm gonna go there, and then I'm gonna stand up and ask for a prayer for ZIYAH, just to see, if anybody ask for me or anything. And she's like, ooh, we should record that or whatever. And I'm like, I might. But as I was walking up there, someone was like, okay, if this was something bigger than what it was, do I really want to go up there and say some ZIYAH stuff, and then I got to walk back home, and then one of these people follow me home or do something to go home. So I chose to kind of stay quiet.
So,
and then once I got there, the vibe was, and then everyone that people out there, she was like, oh, let me just be nosy then. Those people kind of pass people are.
Did he greet you? Did you meet him or anything?
No, because I wasn't in there that long. I literally was sitting there, and it was around one of them times where it was a hot moment where everybody was on the cast talking this and talking that when they was doing the jury or whatever. And my auntie that I haven't talked to in I don't know how long. I've never even talked to her on the phone. I used to just see her when I go over to like my mom and my dad's house for a special occasion type thing, holiday or something. So, and that's been years. So it was like I haven't really talked to her, but for her to hit me up because I don't talk to family like that, I was like, oh shoot, what she want? And I was literally in the church when she hit me up. So somebody told me like, get up, put my little finger up and walk to the back and call her and see what she wants. Because she was worried, like when she texted, she was worried, like she needs someone to say because she discovered that they were one of the twins. She was kind of worried on me or whatever. So me as a man, I'm looking like, well, man, she ain't gonna do nothing to me. She better not. You know, I got my eyes open. I'm being smart. God got my back. You know, I was more like that. But she was like, I got a place for you to stay, and if you need to come stay with me, so I'm like, I'm calling her. So I'm just calling her and letting her know that she was asking, like, yeah, so I'm telling her about it. I'm like, well, technically, I'm up here at the church right now. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just leave. So I just ended up leaving, and I was on the phone talking to her while I was walking back home.
Oh, okay.
Which was the same day that Marquita came to my house.
That was the same day?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
Okay, so I'm gonna stop this one because now I want to go to Toot's video, and y'all can check that playlist out if you haven't checked it out. Please do. I'll keep that up though, but let's do this. I want to go over the part where she was talking about the grandmother's house and stuff and where his grandmother lived, because when I watched this part, it made me think about Jarvis's sister's testimony. And it made me wonder some things because I already was wondering why she was crying and why did that lady make her cry? Like asking about the grandmother. She said, is that why you and Jarvis got into it or something with the grandmother? And the way that she was like, the way she answered her.
When she first told me the address, I said, it ain't no address. But then I had to do something more. And I had to go because she started describing the house to me.
Hold on. Let me go to the part I'm talking about with his sister during her testimony. I hope I got it in here.
Were you and Jarvis raised by your grandmother?
For the most part.
Were there some events surrounding her death that related to your relationship with Jarvis that impacted some things?
No.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Any redirect?
I really wonder, why did she do that? What happened? What the heck was that incident? Could it have been this? Let's go.
And you know me personally, before I get on this chat, I'm going to ask some questions. So I said, what color was the house? She told me white and green. I said, what the fuck? Because I'm walking down this whole block and I don't see a white and green house. So then it's dawned on me. I said, oh, this is 2021. Let's go back to a time where she would have been around this time. And what the fuck happens when you go back to 2013? A white and green house pops the fuck up. Now, the thing was that was so sad at this house that she was saying that she was kept at. She said when she looked out the bathroom, she seen nothing but brick. So when I'm looking at these two homes, I'm looking like, damn, it's nothing but brick on the side of these houses. So then I said, okay, shit, she might have something going on here. So we did. This house now is no more. It's now demolished. So for somebody who like her, who was telling their story, they might not believe it, especially if they don't do some digging. Because as you can see, A white and green house used to sit right there between that light. Okay. So we're going to take you through some shit. And it's going to be certain people who are familiar with Jarvis, who might have grew up with Jarvis, who might even live with Jarvis, who is going to understand what this girl is calling out is indeed factual. Because if this was Granny's house, somebody else besides Jarvis was in Granny's house. So you don't got to believe a lot of shit on this here internet, but you're going to believe floor plans and layouts and
Welcome
things
in,
like that.
Sherry.
So let's go back to Granny's house now, or to the house you were kept in. Now, when you were in this house, you were saying that it scared the fuck out you when you first walked in it, and why?
Okay. So, by the time we pulled up, it was I guess it was dark. It was getting dark. It was dark. So
I'm gonna put the number.
I don't know. They didn't want me to
JoJo.
see anything. So, but I made sure time and distance was very important for me to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, walking up the stairs, and I noticed a black gate. He opens the screen door, which is a screen door.
Mm-hmm.
He opens the big door. You walk in, and as I'm turning around, he's locking the screen door with a key. It's no handles on the screen door or the big door. It was no door handle. So I literally had no way out of there unless I asked that man for that key.
Now I want people to pay attention, because in the first part that I showed you, it didn't show the screen door. What I did is I brought it back a little bit further, and as you can see, there was in fact a black door there. Now a lot of people remember those doors. Those doors were black iron.
JoJo, you can send me a text to that phone if you want me to know something now, or you could leave a message or whatever. And I'll get back with you, because I don't have the phone lines open right now because I want to get through this video. But definitely, please leave me a message.
Iron doors, everybody had them. You feel what I mean? And they usually had the gold knobs on them. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, continue. So you say he opened up that one door, and go ahead.
So I noticed that, it had no doorknobs or whatever. So we proceeded on in the house, and which I noticed so later on I noticed all the windows had bars on it.
Mm-hmm.
All the windows had bars on it. So anyways, I proceeded in the house, and he in the car he had one of our conversations was in a ride to Detroit was that he was like, bitch, soon as you get in my house, you go pick up my mop and my broom. You go sweeping my floors. So that kind of threw me back. You feel me? I knew he wasn't playing no more once I gave him a look, and he like, no, bitch, I'm playing. I ain't playing with you, So I kind of okay, bitch, you go in survivor mode. Bitch, you do whatever he tell you to do so you can live. So I already had that understood. So when we got in the house, and he like, yeah, remember what I told you in the car? Bitch, you think I'm playing with you? It ain't no game. Get my mop and broom. So what I did, I proceeded to fucking clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I cleaned up that nasty motherfucker. But anyway, so the next day,
you are?
Well, that night, of course, he raped me.
Okay, you definitely called
that night. But to me,
right here
before I let that man held a gun to my head and told me I would kill you to have sex with you, I let him have sex with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So basically, what you're saying, when you left Saginaw, you already had the intentions to go there with him.
Yeah. He came to my house to pick me up for the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. That was the plan. I was going with him for the weekend, but it went sour as soon as we got to the county.
So JoJo, is this you talking on the video? So the number is on the screen, and let me make sure it's not locked. I'm gonna keep this playing though. Let me know if this is you talking though.
He literally put a gun up to my head. What?
Okay.
So then that's whenever I knew to go into survival mode.
Mm-hmm. So when
that moment, before we even reached the friend's house, the driver's house, I already knew what I had to do.
So when you get into this house that completely with no doorknobs, you already know right now,
the line is open.
Something's not right. Do me a favor, and what I want you to do is give me a walkthrough of the floor plan of that house.
Okay, so when you walk through the front door to the right, where the windows at, if you look at the porch, that's where it was windows, it was bars on all those windows. But anyway, so that's the living room. And then when you proceed to go up a little further, you into the dining room. But it's a kitchen to your right. It's a hole right there. You go in and it's a kitchen. Now I can tell you about the kitchen because he had me in there cooking chicken, and then the nigga was so fucking
caller,
greedy,
what's your name and where you calling from? Can you hear me?
I'm JoJo.
Oh, hey JoJo.
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. I just want to clear up a lot of things that been going on.
Okay. You definitely can do that.
Yes.
I'm just tired of hiding. Like I've been seeing so much. Like I've been in chat every day. Everybody chat. YouTube, Miss Parker, Shank, Rock, everybody, SD, everybody. I've been in everybody chat, and I'm just trying to clear up what's been on my name. What's behind my story? The false things that been going out with my story.
Yeah.
Man, I don't understand these people. How heartless could you be? That's why I ain't talked a long time ago. I knew it was gonna be some bull crap. Like y'all make people not even want to come forward with their stories. You know? So my thing is, yes, that's me. That's me. I'm Key.
Okay.
I'm Key from Two Show. I'm Key. That's me.
Key.
And I have a lot of things to clear up.
Yeah, go ahead. You got the
like,
floor. You got the floor.
I just don't understand like how heartless people can be behind my story. They telling me like, you know what? I listened to the story the other night, and Marquita's story is what really made me want to come forward and clear my name. It's because like, I understand what she went through. I understand what she's dealing with, and I see what she's dealing with. Her baby was totally innocent behind the fact, and all she's trying to do is just keep her baby away and keep her baby clear from everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's trying to do. So she made me want to just call y'all and tell y'all, let me clear my name. Let me clear my name. Because I read the comments. I finally went back and read all the comments from Two Show. And they heartless.
Wow.
Cold heartless. They cold heartless. I ain't speak a long time ago because nobody believes me. Nobody still believes me right now today.
I believe you.
Right now today.
And to believe you too.
And only reason why I talk is because this case hit me in January. I ain't know nothing about the ZIYAH case. Nothing. This case hit me in January, okay? When it hit me, I'm like, damn. Let me dig into baby girl since it's public, since I was already a person that was into like victim cases and, you know, like crime cases and crime shows and stuff. That's my background. I do that every day. But I never knew nothing about the ZIYAH case until January of this year. God, honest truth. And whenever I saw his interrogation, Jarvis' interrogation, and heard his voice, finally heard that man's voice. I saw him behind mask the whole time. I knew nothing about this case. I saw him behind mask the whole time. When I saw him behind mask, and I heard his interrogation from the detective, had him in the room. It moved me, and I'm like, whoa, that voice. So I dug. People like, oh well, she said she went back to Detroit. I never stood foot in Detroit. Okay, only time I was in Detroit, ever stood foot in Detroit is when Jarvis took me there. Okay, and then like I told them, I went back a couple years later, like what? This a couple years from now, when my godfather, my uncle, passed away. I caught a plane there. When I told them that I was walking the streets looking, I was on Google, you dumbasses. I was on Google, walking the streets looking for a damn car shop, looking for the damn junkyards. It was junkyards and shit I was looking for, because that's what I knew. So that's what I was looking for on Google when I walked the streets, you asses. I walked the streets on Google, okay? I didn't physically go to Detroit. I never been back to Detroit till my uncle passed away. And that was fucking 18 years later. Like maybe 17 years, like about 3 years ago, my uncle passed away and I went to Detroit, flew into Detroit and drove to Saginaw. Y'all got me fucked up, nigga. I have nothing to lie to y'all about. Nothing. This man kidnapped me, okay? I have nothing to lie to y'all about. And I just want to clear some shit up. My son, my oldest child is a boy. I had him when I was 20, okay? So they like, oh, she have a 15-year-old, but she talking about some. Look, my oldest girl is 15, you dumb asses. That's why I said I have a little girl around Naziah's age, you dumb asses. My daughter is 15, not my oldest child. My oldest child is 18. I have a lot to clear up.
Yeah, clear
and
it
I
up.
need to be heard because
Yeah.
I have nothing to lie about. I have nothing to gain from this. I ain't put up no cash up. I don't even want my name exposed, okay? I have nothing to gain from this. All I'm doing is put my story out there because guess what? Jarvis went alone. When he picked me up, it was a driver, okay? And no, it was not evangelist. I want to clear that up.
Okay.
It was not a black man. It was a Arabic man.
Okay.
Arabic man. It was, I believe, Frank, to tell you the truth. I'm begging to see older pictures of him. And I'm begging to see the glass house or the church that the kids was in with the masses. I'm begging for this shit, for pictures. Let me see that shit.
Oh, the church that the kids was in?
I have called the police department 3 fucking times. If everybody want to know that shit. Like, nobody understands that. They not trying to fucking help me.
Oh,
nobody understand that shit. I'm in this shit by myself. Thank God to put my story out there. You know, and the only reason why I'm speaking is because this baby's missing. My story don't mean shit to nobody, okay? It didn't mean shit to me back then. I would never spoke. But I just want to know, where's Naziah? If I could have spoke a long time ago, maybe this shit could have happened. Okay? And I'm not going to blame myself. I'm not going to blame myself. I'm not. Because that's not my fault. But if I would have spoke a long time ago, maybe a lot of kids could have got saved. That's all the fuck I got to say. And that's all I wanted to say is he went alone and I didn't speak a long time ago, but people got me fucked up putting my name underneath the bus like that. And that's all the fuck I wanted to say. And yeah, I cuss.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm grown. That's why I'm damn near 40 years old. Yes, I cuss. What the hell? I'm hurt.
I know you are, and I feel your pain. And I just want you to know that I'm so sorry that you went through that ever. And I'm sorry that you got re-victimized telling your story.
Real, and people need to know that. And I just wanna slide in and let people know ain't shit fake about this. Ain't nothing fake about this. And yes, I'm still reaching out to Detroit Police Department, but they not reaching back out to me, y'all.
We gotta go above the police now. You gotta go above the police.
They not trying to help me. And like I told them, I don't give a fuck if it was 20 years ago. Now I know where the fuck he kept me at. Now I know the full name. Now I know where the fuck I was. I can tell you the house. I can give you the address. I can give you everything. All but the person that drove us and where he took me first. I can't give you that because I don't know. I'm still searching for that shit. Like, what the fuck? Y'all help me out. You want to help me? Help me. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah, because when you figure that out, a lot of other things could come out. So, I mean.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I want to help link you to some people there.
I spoke is because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I swear to God, without speaking. When I did that interview with 2, I was able to sleep. They told me, do not read the comments. And guess what I did? My dumb ass read the comment.
The comments are brutal.
I read the comments.
I wish you would.
That hurt because my story is real. I have nothing to gain, nothing to lie about at all. At all.
People are heartless.
All I wanted to slide through your show and just let everybody know is that Jarvis, 20-year victim, is telling the fucking truth. She ain't got shit to gain or lie about. For what? I got 4 fucking kids. What the fuck I got to lose? A lot. I have a lot to lose. Believe that.
I just want you to know it's hurt people that hurt people, and you would be surprised. The internet is ruthless, but please don't pay them no mind. You got people with platforms that's listening to your story and believe you, and we want to help you to get it out because
I have a lot of people behind me, and they're like, "Oh, well, she needs therapy." You know, I think I do need therapy. I do.
Please, yeah.
I've been dealing with this for so long. You know, I've been trying to reach out to some of the people I've been seeing on the show, or shoot, some people to me or something. I don't know, but I do. You know, I've been in this shit by myself for 20 years.
No, you came out. We gonna help you.
Like, this shit a lot. People don't understand that. This a lot.
No. Let me tell you, if they can
bring it back out, like, I would have never talked about this shit if it wasn't for the ZIYAH case.
See?
I would have never talked about this shit.
And see, this is the same pain ZIYAH was going through.
I never knew that was Jarvis, his name, Jarvis, but I would have never knew his name, y'all.
I believe ZIYAH is working through
how
you.
much this case helped me. Y'all don't know.
I'm so sorry.
People don't know. People don't know. I've been looking for this man. She been back to Detroit. I've never been back to Detroit. I just always look through Google since Google had a Google.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, sir. Since Google had a Google, I always look through Google trying to find his place, trying to find where I was. But when the ZIYAH case came about and I had an address and a name, when I had a name, it put here you go, sir. Right here. Put it on black box to turn green. Whenever the ZIYAH case came about and I had a name and I looked him up, y'all. I looked him up. I looked up every address. Guess what? Going back to 2719 Fisher, that's his last address. Back in 2003, he took me 2004, 05, y'all. Like, that's his address. That's Granny's house. That's the house I've been telling everybody about. It's tore down now.
Okay.
Like, I have no reason to lie.
No, we just played it. We believe you. People in the chat are saying they believe you.
Yeah, but reading them comments, like, just throw me, and I'm just like, you know, I gotta clear my name. I just need somebody podcast just to come through and just clear my name. Like, I'm just tired. I read the comments. I'm reading everything. Like, and it hurts. Like, I have no reason to lie. What do I have to gain from lying?
Nothing at all. It's just a bunch of people, just like Toot said, just a bunch of bitches. Really. Seriously.
Basically, and that's what it is. And that's what it is. But I just want to clear up my name. That's it.
Don't let them few.
Shoot me your info because I would like to talk to you one-on-one.
Definitely. I definitely want to talk to you when I get off of here. Please do me a favor and text me your number because I don't know if it came through. Text the number, and when I get off, I'm going to call you right back, okay?
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, I will.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That just breaks my heart. It really does, man. I mean, what is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? I mean, y'all will be surprised the things that even I go through on this platform, and it's really just on a different level, like trying to help people. It's like we can't be helped. You got somebody that's telling her story and people is bashing her. And then you got, it's just sad, but this is what the internet don't do. But she didn't deserve that because she really don't have nothing to gain from it. She's not trying to gain nothing. She made a valid point. No, she's not, don't have a Cash App up, not trying to grow a platform or anything. She just found out about this in January, and then she got a chance to hear that man's voice, and it took her back to the time that she had to save her own life pretty much. This is awful, but I don't want to be on here too much longer because I definitely want to call her back. But I also wanted to say that the sister, this made me think about his sister's testimony, because you can tell that that woman was going through a lot of pain. I'm sorry, catching up. Yeah, so that was she's JoJo in the chat. That is the one that Toot interviewed about her experience with Jarvis 20-some years ago. And they was trashing her in the chat, in the comments and stuff. And that was hurtful to her. And that's all I kept hearing her say, that it hurts. I mean, but I also heard her say that she can sleep at night now. That's been on her heart and on her mind, and she couldn't sleep until after she got it out. And it should have been a good experience for her. but it wasn't a good experience because people trashed her. But if they can go back all of these years with what they doing with Bill Cosby, what they doing with R. Kelly and all these other folks, the more charges could be put on her and she could be a part of the trial, if you ask me. Or how, be another trial, that he got to go through. Because it ain't too late. And he gonna pay for that. And he'll never see the light of day. He don't deserve it. Do you hear this lady? As I said, I heard her say, I think I heard her say she was 38. I feel like ZIYAH is speaking through her. She gotta tell her story because ZIYAH is pushing her to do this. And this is the same thing. The state that she was just in is what ZIYAH was going through on her last day, when she realized that she had been tricked. Because I believe he had her believing that they was going to run away and be together or something. Because all she wanted to do was be loved. But all the pain that you hear in that woman from all of those years ago is the exact same pain that ZIYAH was living with. Even if it was for the last day, even if she didn't realize what was going on until that last day when all of the stuff was happening to her. So how can you love ZIYAH and not love her? How can you have a heart for ZIYAH and not have a heart for a victim coming forward telling her story? It's disheartening. It's disgusting. And it's us that's doing it. And I know it because I see it every day. People act like they want unity. People act like they want to fight for victims, but fighting for a position. We got to do better. And it's sick, man. I hate it. That just truly broke my heart to hear her breaking down like that, because she wanted to tell her story. She never wanted to tell it before. Up until she heard his voice and found out about ZIYAH in January, she said. She ain't been back to Detroit since she left. And she knew of locations from Google. People questioning the things that she's saying. See, sometimes, especially when you telling a story for the first time, things will be missed. Just like with Dre and the things that he said, I'm seeing that people are starting to bash him. And it's just like, y'all, it's a way to talk about crime without like totally bashing the people that's giving us information. Like, what we gonna do? And I'm speaking this because I've been reporting crime. It'll be 5 years in July. And I came into this thing watching a activist get bashed and accused of wanting clout and all of this. And you trying to help people, really genuinely doing something to help people. This make people want to go off in a corner and not say anything. And a lot of people give up. But yeah, this is not okay. And of course, I ain't talking to the people that's in this chat, but it was some people, some rude people. And to let it be known, she was very upset about that. And y'all see that she's still at that interview. That's not okay. This was supposed to be to get her, get it out to release the trauma. And she was traumatized trying to release the trauma. Shirley said it's a beautiful thing to have people like you and the other content creators, please don't stop. Thank you again. Shirley, I promise I won't, and I do it with my heart, with love in my heart. I don't like to turn crime into drama. That's not what we're here for. That's when you start putting people out the chat. I'm sorry. Yep, exactly. They would have, man, get out of my chat with that. Never disrespect a guest over here. You know, I mean, you should never, that she was, I feel so bad for her. But I'm glad that she was able to call in, and we gonna do whatever we can to help her. Social media can be very cruel, and the bullying is not good and totally unnecessary. You know, then you wonder, look at this. How can you do this to this woman who was a kid? She was a teenager too. She was the same type. She was going through the same, something different, but similar, right? She was being held against her will. She was doing stuff, you know, all the stuff that happened to her. Like, we could look at her as ZIYAH. So would you do this to ZIYAH? It's crazy to me. It's a lot of hurt people out here, and that's what I see. Nightbot didn't mean any harm. What Nightbot then did? We are our man, Felicia. We are our own worst enemy. We put each other down as Black people instead of supporting each other. Thanks for everything you do. Thank you. And that's a fact. Instead of coming together, we'll compete against each other. And I hate that. I've been looking at that for 5 years. I hear people say, why can't we come together? And then you bring people together. I bring people together through teaching and knowledge. And somehow that turns to mess because people really don't want help. They don't want you to do better than them. They don't want your help. They just want to hurt. And it's freaking disgusting. JoJo said, I love the chats, but now you know who I am. We love you, JoJo. And thank you for speaking out because you are the real voice for ZIYAH. You want to talk about a voice for ZIYAH? She is a real voice for ZIYAH. She went through something very similar with the same person. That's a voice for ZIYAH. And y'all disrespected her so bad. And I'm so sorry. Miss V, your Nightbot said, nope. Nightbot, be nice. He used to be a sniper, but I had to train him to be nice because I like nice people. We do. I pray for her, and we shut any negative thing, please, saying about her down immediately, no matter what platform. Exactly. Show her love. She came up here and told us something we did not know. We had no clue. Like, this really let us know how deep it goes. Did y'all just hear that she said it wasn't Kenneth? Because I said there was never a race said. She cleared that up for me right now, for us. She said it was an Arab guy. She believed it was Frank. And it makes sense. I noticed Frank had long hair, a long ponytail. I noticed Jarvis wear the long ponytail and stuff like that. Colorful hair, you know. Dressing up, all that good stuff. It makes sense, right? We heard about Jarvis and Florentino fighting as if they was in some type of relationship. And hey, Frank seemed to keep them around. What else is going on? I mean, really. So let's go to Jarvis's sister, because when I heard her story, I instantly went here.
Were you and Jarvis raised by your grandmother?
For the most part.
And were there some events surrounding her death that related to your relationship with Jarvis that impacted some things?
No.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
She was devastated after that, and she couldn't even get herself back together. And so the whole time, like, they still talking to her, I think, right here. But one of the interesting things I thought, like, right at that moment when she said that, it forced her to have to sit there and think. Okay, so we heard, well, I guess we didn't hear what all she went through because I took the video down. But y'all probably seen it over on Toot Uncensored. If y'all didn't, you can check it out, because I don't have that much time to play the rest of the video. But she talked about a lot of things that went down.
Raised by your grandmother?
She talked about things that went down there, and also other people being in the house, even though she wasn't able to see it because she was locked in a room that didn't have a door handle and only locked by a key. But whenever he left, she could hear other people, like maybe in a basement or whatever. And so it sounded like they was just keeping people there, or they was hanging out there. And what I wondered is if his grandmother was still alive at that time. I don't know when she passed, and if she was in the house when he was doing all of this, and just was he supposed to have been taking care of his grandmother? What was the deal with that? And then if Frank was around, why was he living so bad? Was that the year that him and Frank first got together, allegedly?
Were you and Jarvis raised by your grandmother?
For the most part.
And were there some events surrounding her death that related to your relationship with Jarvis that impacted some things?
No.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Can you redirect?
Were you and Jarvis raised by your grandmother?
For the most part.
Do I not have a part? I think it is. But let me see what y'all saying. But I will do an interview with you if you would like later. Definitely. Yep. We can do it. Sure can. As a matter of fact, I'm about to end. I'm gonna call you. Did you text the number to me? I'm about to call you so we could set that up. Where is his mother? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about his mother. I heard that the person that allegedly violated him was his mother's friend, but I don't know if it was his mother or grandmother. Okay, hold on. I never saw Granny. I believe she moved by then. Oh, okay. You believe she moved by then? Yes, ma'am. They keeping people. And yes, Granny she was alive. So I remember, I wonder what year did she pass? Because something happened bad. Okay, you did text it. Okay. something happened really bad because they didn't seem like they was I heard that they was like not super tight. I heard Jernell talking about him and his sister, and then it was a video that I did. I just released a video that said that I was trying to make out what Shannon was saying in that video. And you could literally, she was talking about Jarvis' sister, y'all, in that video when her and one part of the video when she was talking to Roxy, when we heard her say that she bought a pregnancy test and it was 2 lines, one was faint and all that. But I was making out what she was saying before that. And what she was saying before that was one of the parts I remember her saying is something about Jernell house, something about Jarvis' sister. I went to his sister, something about Jarvis. She meeting Janiyah for the first time. And I literally have a picture of her that day, like that she's talking about. So it's wild. Oh, you watched it yesterday, Alicia? Alicia. Thank y'all so much for dropping down in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. We are at our 2-hour mark, and we'll be back, y'all. We will be back. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make this go viral. I was cracking up because somebody else was like, I can't hear nothing. Much love to Sherry. I'm about to call you, JoJo. We love you over here. You need love, not hate. Y'all please smack the thumbs up on the way out. He was recorded missing Hit my phone up, Kristen. 419-210-1204. Oh, look at that. I done let this play again. But yeah, call my line if you are available to help with certain things, if that's what you were saying. Cause
I got time, cuz. I got time, cuz.
We definitely got time today. But thank y'all for tuning in. Please smack that thumbs up on the way out. If you did not get a chance to, set all notifications so you know next time I go live.
Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe.
We gonna get up out of here, y'all. Peace and love. We out.